Today I signed legislation and an executive order to hold China accountable for its oppressive actions against the people of Hong Kong.
On July 14th, President Donald J. Trump signed into law H.R. 7440, the Hong Kong Autonomy Act, and the President's Executive Order on Hong Kong Normalization. H.R. 7440 imposes sanctions on foreign individuals, entities, and financial institutions that contribute to China's encroachment of Hong Kong. This bill gives the U.S. power to protect Hong Kong's autonomy. The executive order on Hong Kong normalization goes much further. Section 1 states how the U.S. will now treat Hong Kong the same as Communist China. This makes sense now that the CCP is absorbing Hong Kong, but it also sets a precedent for any other nations who choose to side with the Communist Chinese. Perhaps this is why the UK banned Huawei 5G on the same day this executive order was signed into law. But Section 4 best illustrates the extent of this national emergency. It grants extremely broad powers to the U.S. to go after individuals or entities involved directly or indirectly with supporting the Communist Chinese in any way, including American citizens, corporations, and financial institutions. This would include the U.S. mainstream media apparatus and Hollywood, which have been working for the CCP and parroting their propaganda for years.
Hollywood's actors, producers, and directors pride themselves on celebrating freedom and the human spirit. And every year at the Academy Awards, Americans are lectured about how this country falls short of Hollywood's ideals of social justice. But Hollywood now regularly censors its own movies to appease the Chinese Communist Party.
This would include tech giants like Twitter, Facebook, Google, and Apple. It could even include American politicians. The Communist Chinese have bought hundreds of thousands of acres of American farmland, and the language of this national emergency suggests that this could all be taken back by the U.S. government. The CCP has become as tyrannical and powerful as Nazi Germany ever was, if not more so. They have been seizing land from Africa, India, Australia, and the South China Sea.
The Trump administration piled pressure on China Monday, rejecting nearly all of Beijing's territorial claims in the South China Sea.
They have been rounding up Muslim Chinese, sending them via trains to concentration camps, shaving their heads and selling their hair to the U.S., and harvesting their organs for rich Saudi customers who require halal organs for their surgical transplants. The U.S. media, who love to paint President Trump as a new Hitler, ignore these authoritarian crimes against humanity. This may be why they are ignoring the president's executive order on Hong Kong normalization. The document reads like a declaration of war, and the American media have been working with the enemy. For Infowars.com, this is Greg Resse.